Welcome to Salcedo Paranormal. It is Monday, September 5th, 2022, and tonight I will be covering paranormal news. As always, you can find all the episodes of the podcast along with links to social media, ways to donate, and ways to contact me at the podcast page, which is salcedoparanormal.podbean.com. That's SALSIDO paranormal.podbean.com. Always happy to hear from you all, whether you have comments or questions or topic suggestions, or if you have stories of paranormal experiences, whether they're your own or from others that you trust. Happy to either read those or have you on the show, have you join me on the show to talk about them. And so the plan for this week, I think I've already gone over it, so I think I'll just skip that. I guess I don't really need to do that every day. So yeah, today is paranormal news, and looking forward to that. Got a good mix of some UFO and then some other paranormal stories today. So thank you all for listening, whether you make it here for the live stream or you listen to the podcast or YouTube feeds. No matter how you listen, I appreciate it either way. So I think with that, I can get to the articles here and start talking about them. I've already posted them in the chat, and I will include them in the description of the episode, both on the podcast, and YouTube feeds, and so that you can all check them out and read them completely and check out the images and videos there, because I just do what I can to summarize them, so there's a lot that gets left out because of that. And so this first one says, let's see here. This first one is from, let's see here, fox4kc.com. And the title of this one is 3 People Report Seeing UFOs in Kansas City Area Skies. And this is, let's see here. Apparently, this is 3 people that have seen this, seen the same thing, 2 in one area and then 1 in another. And I'm looking for the author of the article here, and I'm not seeing it. But of course, you can always check out the articles and get all the information from there. So let me check on things here again. But looks like everything is good. Okay. So this article says that in Kansas City, it says large unidentified flying objects were spotted over cities in the Kansas City area last month, according to MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network. And it says there these witnesses were in 2 locations, and they both reported seeing the same large object in the sky from 2 different locations. So one of the witnesses' last name is Joachim, I believe, and he said that early in the morning of August 10th, Joachim was outside, basically having coffee when he saw something in the sky, and in the general area of and over his area where he's at, which was Smithville, Missouri. He said that he just came up with his coffee and opened the door and saw a giant light in the sky. And let me see here. First, he thought it was maybe Halley's Comet, but then it wasn't time for that yet. Apparently, that's years away. And so he continued to watch it and said that the sky was dark and he didn't see any shape of the object, but he estimated the size as nearly a quarter of a mile long. Did see windows apparently on the craft. Um, it was apparently illuminated on the inside. It said so you couldn't see the shape of it. He said it was like clear glass and lit from the inside, and you could see window frames. Um, and of course, he didn't. He was so surprised by this that he didn't think to wake up his family or get a picture of it. But then he wasn't aware of any kind of reporting agencies or groups that would take reports until after the event. So let me see here, and so yeah, neat sight. Excuse me, neat sighting there. And then in addition to this, another couple uh, said it at the same site, basically a similar sighting on that same morning, so possibly the same object. It says that a husband and wife reported seeing a large disc-shaped craft with rectangular windows on the side. Said it was flying low in the sky at a slow speed. They said it made no sound and had no wings or a tail and gave off no emissions. So, and then apparently a couple weeks later, two and a half weeks later, a truck driver in Cameron, Missouri, spotted something, apparently thought to be the same object, and told the MUFON that the object was extremely large with rectangular windows lit from the inside with no exterior lights. So it seems like they mentioned three, but it seems like there's four people here that had sightings, three on the same day, but four not too far apart from each other. So a neat sighting there. And so it says here that the driver said it was at least the size of 3 football fields. And again, flying slow and low. So let's see here. Apparently, somehow, I'm not sure how this was done, but the estimated speed of the craft based on reports and everything was 90 miles per hour. And of course, asking for anyone had a sighting around that time to give a report. So neat sighting, and especially for so many people, I always like those in a way, especially when they're people that don't know each other. Even when they're people that know each other that are in the same place, but especially when they don't know each other, or at least don't seem to. So neat article there. So I'll move on to the next one. This is another one about something else seen in the sky. And so this one is from, let me see here, kxan.com. This one says, the title is, What Are They? Group of green lights spotted hovering near Brushy Creek. This is in Williamson County, Texas. And I found a couple of articles actually about this. Apparently, it's there's a rock near there, also known as Round Rock, I believe it was. Anyway, I found like 3 or 4 articles talking about this this sighting. So let's see. I'm looking to see again. It doesn't show the author. It might be a side effect of the reading mode I'm using. I'm not sure. But and let's see here. This was only from a few days ago. The sighting, I believe, it says that a woman with the last name of White said that she and her friend saw a group of lights forming in a circle overhead when they went for a walk at about 10 p.m. on a Thursday. And oh, I'm wondering now if this turned out to be because I recently heard there was a sighting of lights in the sky, and I forget where it was at, but they were used. They were sent out as a promotion or as an advertising for a TV series. So, let's see here. Apparently, though, as of this, so I'm wondering if maybe this isn't the same thing because it doesn't say that doesn't mention the TV show that I had seen another article about. This might be another event. Um, so, but still, apparently, these were lights that were seen moving in a circle, and then um, eventually they moved out of the area at a fast speed. So, neat sighting, and especially if it turns out not to be what I was thinking of, which is a promotional thing with drones. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that one. So really neat that there were sightings of strange things in the sky. Basically, two different groups of sightings that came up in my alert feed. So, and now moving on to more ghostly or paranormal things. I put everything in paranormal, but um, not everyone does, so that's why I say that way sometimes. Um, so this next article, it's not even so much the article; it's just the idea of this, uh, and the questions that it raises for me. This is from a website. I like the name of this website. It's called timeout.com. Um, but let's see here. The title of this article is "Stay in this haunted cottage in the middle of a stone circle for Halloween." And apparently, this is in the UK. Excuse me, in the village of Avebury in Wiltshire in the UK. Apparently, there are three of these said circles, these stone circles, and inside one of them is a home. And so, really amazing to me. I really wonder, is the haunting that they mention because of the stone circle? Energies that are maybe being trapped or gathered or um, just moved through the area because of that circle? That's the first thing that really came to me. But it says this cottage, which was it's named Fishlock's Cottage, was built in the late 18th century, and of course, it's found right in the middle of Avebury, Wiltshire, and on the border of all these places I don't really know of. But it's in the middle of a stone circle, and this is from the late Neolithic age. It says, which is one of only 1,000 in the UK, and so it doesn't really go into more about the haunting there, but even just the idea of that kind of a place, I just wonder what kind of energy is there because of the circle of stones that are surrounding it. So, um, just a neat article, a neat question that came up because of that article. Um, so I'll go on to the next one here. Hopefully, while I aren't hearing any major sounds, the carnival that has been behind my place is starting to shut down now. So they're tearing things down and moving out. But I think it seems like it's been pretty good so far tonight. Wouldn't have wanted to do this stream in the middle of the day because there are still people on all the rides, and so a lot of shouting and screaming going on there. So, but So this next article is from uh, K, kiss951.com, kiss951.com. And this article says, oldest North Carolina hotel, also one of the most haunted spots. And this is talking about a hotel in, let's see here. So North Carolina, it's referring to a website that really does have a lot of articles you can check out anytime, which is only in your state. And this is in the general town or area of Winston-Salem, and it's the Brookstown Inn, opened in 1837. I guess which in a place that used to be an old cotton mill, and it says that. Oh, so maybe even the cotton mill is still around there when it opened. But it says that a lot of the original structures are still there, which is really amazing. And let's see here. Also, apparently there have been enough reports where people say that night guests have claimed that there's unusual activity throughout the building at night. So it says that they say the resident ghost that is in the location is named Sally. It says back in the day, there were two women that worked in the fourth floor dormitory, and there was apparently a fight, and one pushed the other down the elevator shaft. I'm not seeing if it says that. I'm not seeing anywhere where it says if this is a legend or if this is proven. But it says now they say that Sally, who was one of the one that was pushed, is still there in the inn as a spirit of some kind. People reported hearing sounds, seeing a full body apparition of her, and hearing a woman screaming, which maybe hopefully is just the residual sounds of her descent. So let's see here. Lost my spot. But so that, yeah, that's the reports there, and so the neat little article, short one, but always love to hear about these locations that are said to be haunted. So, and speaking of haunted, we have one more article here. This one is from 949whom.com. And this article, the title is Annabelle and Other Haunted Artifacts from the Warren Occult Museum to be moved. Apparently, this is for a convention that will be happening in October. And they're talking about the different connections to a lot of movies that have been out in recent years. The thing that really I wonder about this is if any of these objects really do have energy attached to them, how will they interact with the energy in other places? What would happen when those different energies interact? But yeah, I don't know about that. That one. That I don't know how I feel about really objects that are said to have so much energy in them being just moved around. But especially for a temporary thing. Looking in the chat here, Matt's Hall says house inside a stone circle. Would you live there? I would. I'd have to check it out first. I'd have to go and maybe stay a night or two because it doesn't say you can actually live there, so it must be owned already. But I would have to go check it out before I decide if I was going to stay there or not. If I was going to live there or not. I would just want to stay there just to see how it feels, if it feels different or not. That'd be the main thing to me. So yeah, so that's really that's about it for the articles tonight. Um, but yeah, really, the two articles that caught my attention the most was the stone circle one, and then the objects being moved. Um, so, but yeah, and then the UFO stories in a way too. Always interesting. But so that does it for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night with true paranormal stories from the web. So thank you all for listening, and I will talk to you all tomorrow night on the next episode of Salcedo Paranormal. Take care, everyone.